Hi, welcome to the Arsenal Fans Focus TV. This podcast is all about you, the fans. Your opinions and your passions take centre stage. Let's just dive into it. Guys, welcome. What I want to start off with is how do you guys feel about since that game on the weekend? I'll start with you, Charlie.
Obviously, it's depressing because it's first loss in the Premier League in 15 games. But it don't surprise me because with some of our losses this season, it's some players have stepped up, other players ain't stepped up, and you can't have that in a team. All your players have got to step up, and apart from probably one or two of them, the rest of them hid, as so to speak.
Do you feel the same, Jake?
Yeah, I feel like we've got to put things in perspective a little bit. It's only our third loss of the season, but it's just the way everything's just crumbled since the aftermath of not getting anyone in the transfer window. Leicester was we managed to get a result, but I think this was always coming to a degree. It was always going to catch us up. But yeah, still the performance on Saturday was nowhere near good enough.
How do you when you was looking at the way they were playing? I mean, especially like when they were tracking back. I mean, for the first goal, did you not feel that? I mean, even when you look at Rice, because I'm not going to pick up any individual because I don't want to do that. But when you look at Rice, the way he was literally tracking back or running, running at one point, his legs just look heavy. He just looked, I don't know, there was something going on with him when he was running back because he didn't look like he had that quickness, that speed to catch that player. Is it? I'm trying to think because one of the things I want to talk about really on top of this is the owners. Has the owners sold? Not just forget about the fans for a minute. Has the owners sold out the players by not bringing in someone in January? Because the reason why I'm saying that is because when you think about people like Saliba, who else is there? The guys at the back,
Gabriel.
Even like, let's talk about Partey, or you might. I'm bringing Declan Rice into this. When they saw no one came in in the transfer window, do you feel? I'm thinking that the players think they've given up. They're not giving us any help. They know our main players are out up front, but they haven't bring anyone in to help us to score, to get the goals. They want us to stop the goals, get clean sheets. We can do that. We can handle that. But what about helping us up front, getting some goals up front? Do you think because they brought no one in, the players' morale's gone down, or that's affected them? Jake?
I think the way Arteta went on, well, firstly, the players getting injured at the end of Jan or throughout Jan. And the way Arteta went on, and even Rice in an interview said was like, "Yeah, we should be getting some backup." I can't remember what game it was. It was mid Jan, as in we need some help, so we should be getting some backup. I literally think we were going to get at least one. Just the way the players don't normally talk like that, and the manager as well. But maybe that was their way of telling the fans we're trying, but the owners aren't backing us. I don't know,
But then if that's how the players are feeling, if that's how Rice felt, it's got to be more than one player's thinking that way as well. And the disappointment that they never got anyone coming in the transfer window must have had a detrimental effect. They must have thought, hang on a minute, does the owners have any ambition of winning the league? Do they want to give us help?
I agree, but the players are on the pitch at the end of the day, and you, as an individual footballer, you want to win the Premier League. So there's no excuse for you turning up at West Ham and doing
Yeah.
not.
I
Doing
get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. But the players who are on the pitch, they're the ones who've got the responsibility. But you've only got your responsibility in your position. If I'm a midfielder, I'm not a striker. I'm not the main striker. I'm there to help fulfill that role in getting that ball to you to get at the end of the ball.
No. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying there. But I just think there must be something coming in the summer. There must be a big plan in the summer, because otherwise I think, we have literally gone, that's the season done. That's the season done, over. We're not going to do nothing in the Champions League now, especially with the draw that we've been given.
What do you reckon, mate? I mean, it's...
sorry, I was rambling.
No, you carry on. You guys carry on. No, please. I want to get everyone... Listen, we don't need to... I'm not going to military it. Just say whatever you feel.
You know what?
Just jump in.
You know what? I've had this problem. The problem with the owners is, and I've said it to many people, I know he had the summer in 2021, obviously after the COVID season, where he needed to refresh, and he did. And I thought he'd done a good job there. And I don't think, and obviously watching the documentary, and where he said like be excited and all that, and then you think, I think back to the 2022 January window. Aubameyang left. Our only striking options were Lacazette, who had, I think, scored 1 goal since December. Obviously, he ended with 3 Premier League goals. He had Nketiah, who was basically begging to like get calls up. So I don't think they're helping. Then I look at the summer of 2022, where we bought Vieira. I can't remember who else we bought, but we bought Vieira to like compete. We never bought players to compete with the likes of Saka. Obviously, I know we bought Jesus, and it's quite unfortunate what happened with Jesus in terms of his injuries. Obviously, you can't, like, he's been like that his whole career. Even at City, he had little niggling injuries that kept him out for spells of seasons. And then I look at the window in 2023, the January one. I think we signed Trossard and Kirill after missing out on Mudryk. But I also put some of that down to not just the owners. I also put it down to Edu when he was here, because Arteta knows what players he wants, because he wants specific players that are going to fit his system. He wanted the likes of Neto, Mudryk, Isak. He wanted all them players before they went to the likes of Newcastle, Chelsea, and any other clubs. He just couldn't get them, and it's not down to Arteta. It's down to both Edu and Kroenke, but I think mainly it's down to Edu, because at the end of the day, he was the technical director, and it was his job to get the signings in, and he didn't, and that's what's ultimately going to cost us again.
So you're literally pointing the finger at Edu himself, then, not the owners.
No, I put it down to both. I put it down to Edu for not getting the signings that Arteta wants. Obviously, Arteta's the manager. It's his final decision. He tells Edu what he wants. And I also put it down to Kroenke for not going into his pocket after seeing what happened to Saka in December, seeing what happened to Jesus in the middle of January, and obviously seeing what happened to Havertz during that trip to Dubai. That don't help. Also, what don't help is the fact Kroenke's got all these millions of companies, millions of sports, entertainments. Obviously, got a business, and I think one of his NFL teams won, I think the NFL, or won the trophy in the EFL. So he got a big load of money from that. So I don't understand why he couldn't at least give Mikel 50 million or 100 million. Here's 100 mil. Go buy XXX. And then,
or do you think he said, right, if you want to buy a player in January and we've got to play on the odds, it's going to hurt you in the long run for the summer, for our summer plan. So you either want to play now,
potentially.
Sorry, mate.
So I was just agreeing with you. I think potentially, I think Arteta's never got his first choice, and that's why even with the likes of like Trossard, I don't think Trossard was his first choice. I think it was a smart signing, but exactly. But obviously that turned out in our favour. But still, I think he's never ever got his first choice.
Look
with certain signings.
I look at the signings that he signed. He wanted Odegaard, got Odegaard. He wanted Raya. He wanted Raya in 2020 when he was at Brentford. Obviously, they were in the Championship, and obviously they was fighting for promotion, so he couldn't get him in 2020. Got him eventually, in the end, after a loan and obligation to buy. He wanted Gabriel, got Gabriel. He got a handful of his signings, but the ones that he wanted to boast his attack, the only one I can think of that he wanted to boast his attack was Gabriel Jesus.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's it.
I want to ask you this then, because obviously Arteta's been there for 5 years. He has never once bought a striker. Do you think he's got something against strikers, or do you think he just thinks that anyone on that pitch, whether you're defender, midfielder, winger, anyone can score goals?
To be fair, when he first started, our defense was terrible. So, but it just feels like every season we're one short in that department. So we were crying out to sort our defense out, then we were crying out for sort our midfield out, and now we're just always one short up top. But I think he's done well with the midfield and the defense. It's just obviously the attack, but before Jesus got injured, even before Havertz got injured, we were still one short.
Yeah, we was, but look, we was one short last season.
Exactly.
We was one short of the season before that. Arsenal's been crying out for a striker for the last 2-3 years. We've been crying out for that sort in that number 9 for so long.
Since Aubameyang left.
Since Aubameyang left. Okay, now I get it why he didn't go for Tony. I get it why he didn't go for it's not
Watkins.
No, Osimhen, because apparently those two sort of players, they can disrupt a team in the dressing rooms. I get that, but you're a manager. You should know how to handle those sort of things. We've let.
One thing I was just going to say is about the Watkins bid. Just embarrassed me.
Yeah, big time.
It was
absolute big time.
Embarrassing. It just reminds me of the Suarez bid.
Thank you, and I said that last time.
If you want to get it done, pay the fucking 50 million. It's like with Watkins, we bidded 40. If we paid the 50, they probably would have taken it. Do you know what I mean? And that solves that problem. Do you know what I mean? For a year and a half, 2 years, 2 years and a half, however long we're going to keep him there. I still feel like you need to go out and get another attacker. Take the chance for 50 mil. You might turn out to be. You could get you 15 goals for the rest of the season. Do you know what I mean? You never know if Watkins came.
And that is why I'm saying, has the players' morale gone down because of the lack of activity in January? Because they are saying that we want to go for the title. We've lost some of our best players up front. Okay, they said what did they say? Hindsight is a wonderful thing. But at the end of the day, look how long Saka's been out since. What is it? December?
December. Yeah. No.
All right. We needed cover there. Okay. Who was the next one? Was it Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then Martinelli. We've still never done nothing. So
this is what I'm thinking. We instead of paying 150 mil for Isak now, we pay 100 mil in the summer, or 120 mil in the summer. Obviously, he's going for big bucks regardless.
Do you know something? I heard something today about that as well. And who's to say Isak might not turn around and say, "Hang on a minute, you ain't won anything. Liverpool's coming for us. Liverpool's coming in for me. Liverpool's just won that. They're going to win the league without that. Let's just say it. Right? Yeah. So I might as well go there. What if Real Madrid comes in for him? Do you see what I mean? So we're not guaranteed of getting that marquee sign. We're not guaranteed.
No, 100%. But I'm just saying, if they're not going to do the deal, is that why we didn't pull the trigger now? Is because we can save 30 million in the summer where they might have a contract in there if we don't make Champions League or some bollocks like that. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing.
Well, yeah.
Because if you want him right now, we do have to pay 40, 50 mil over the odds.
All right. So I'm going to ask this question then. Do you think Arsenal's missed the best chance to win the league by not strengthening in January? Yes or no?
No,
Anyone? You don't.
no.
Right.
There'll be better opportunities. The opportunity, the first one arose in 2022, 23. Obviously, it didn't get stopped, but Saliba's injury didn't help. I think that's why he keeps buying defenders, because obviously he had to start holding. And when we went to the Etihad, we went pretty depleted form. I think next season, Arteta's going to learn from this, because he does every season. He learned, and he learns every time. And this is what I like about Arteta. Because when we were down 16th, 15th in December of 2020, dropped Willian, dropped his three at the back, played in Mill Smith Rowe, and we had, I think, the third best form in the league behind City and I think United. And we only finished 5 points outside the Champions League spot, and we had a very bad start. Obviously, 21, 22, we had a horrible start again, losing our first 3, 9 conceded, 0 goals scored, and we went on a decent run in the league. And then obviously the first season when we challenged, no one expected it.
But Charlie, you said that you say he learned from every season. Listen, we were 2 points short last season. All we need to get over that line, we need a marquee striker. He never got one. So how come? I mean, I understand you saying he's learning, but surely you and your back staff team would have been sitting down, looking at the stats, looking at what was missing, what would have got us over that line. I'm not saying that not signing Calafiori wouldn't. I think it is a good. I think he will be a good signing, even though he didn't play that well on Saturday. But for me, I think he's a good signing. We didn't need Sterling, all right, and that's a fact. We didn't need Sterling. Honestly, did we need Mikel Merino? We didn't really. We didn't. We really didn't. We could have gone out and spent some money and bought in a striker. We could have gone out and got a marquee striker. I don't know. Honestly, to be honest, I honestly believe, this is my personal opinion, we have lost a big chance of winning this league this season. And I understand the injuries. I get the injuries. Guys, cut in if you want to, please, because I might be just rambling here. I might be talking bullshit. All right, but I get the injuries. So you couldn't foresee which player was going to get injured. I get that.
No, you say that, but Saka started every fucking game for the last however many. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Havertz presses every game. He never takes him off. Do you know what I mean? Who else? Martinelli. The way Martinelli plays, obviously him and Trossard have been mixing it in, and obviously Martinelli's form hasn't been great. But still, that sort of player will get that sort of injury. Do you know what I mean?
I also think the red cards don't help, because I look at it. I look at the red cards we've had. We had one where we were leading against Brighton. I know we had chances against Brighton, but I didn't expect them to put it away because they were defending so vigorously. We were 30 seconds away with 10 men at the Etihad. The Bournemouth one, hit and miss, because they took their chances. We didn't take our only chance with Martinelli. Obviously, the Wolves one, I think that was a good performance, all things considered. We went at them the second half, especially. And then when they got reduced to 10 men, made the game probably more even than it should have, even though it felt like we had the extra man on the pitch when it was 10v11, because of how high we were pressing with the ball very high. The West Ham game, again, there's no.
Go on, guys. Just carry on. Sorry, you just carry
on. I can't comment on that. I can't, because there was no attacking threat. No one was willing to run. It just felt flat. Just felt lethargic.
Yeah.
That performance was so bad, and it was just typical. I know we've had good results against the top 6, so say, or whatever you want to call them, but these big pressure games, like Liverpool at City. Obviously, City haven't been the team that they have been for the last 5 seasons. Well, since Pep's been there. But still, that pressure game, they took it by the scruff of the neck, and they won the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
And that West Ham team, I don't think they won a game the last however many 10 or whatever it was.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just looking while Charlie was talking. I was thinking, look, yes, you're going through all the games and stuff. I mean, let's just quickly I want to hear from both of you. I mean, I know you just talked about it, Charlie. What did you think about our first game in August when we played Wolves? What did you think? What did you think of that one, Jake? I mean, obviously we won that, but
we won that. But I didn't think the performance was great. I thought I was there. I didn't think the atmosphere was great. And I think Wolves did play well, to be fair.
Yeah,
from memory. But
yeah,
I just thought this. Honestly, I think my first reaction was, this is nothing like we were last season.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just put it down to being like the first game of the season, sort of thing.
I agree. I mean, you've talked about that one, Charlie. Right, let's go to the Aston Villa game. I mean, that was a good game.
Yeah, no, it was a good game, good performance.
That was a good game. Yeah,
that surprised me actually from that first game. I thought, could be in trouble here, but yeah, it surprised me that result. But it was we played well.
It didn't surprise me. I knew we'd go up there and win because if the players had anything about them, they'd have to show grit, and it was a good performance.
Yeah. And moving on. The Brighton game.
Again, as I said, that one was toiled with a red card because I look at it. The start of the second half, I think the red card was in the 51st minute. It was around 5 minutes into the second half, 5-6 minutes in the second half. You could see that we wanted to kill the game off, but then when you get the red card, it's kind of hard because then
it's very hard, wasn't it? It was.
I felt like we I felt like, sorry to interrupt, I felt like we just threw the white towel in a little bit when the red card came. I felt like we've performed a lot better with 10 men. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like to be fair, Brighton just turned it on though to a degree, obviously with having the extra man. I understand that, but it felt like we were just like, okay, we're just going to sit back now. And I think with a few of the other results we'll see, instead of attacking at some stages, we've decided just to sit back and just enjoy it and just rely on our defence. You know what I mean? And just take shot after shot after shot. But yeah, sorry. Go on, sorry.
Cool. So, moving on to the Tottenham game. What do you remember about that one, Charlie?
Gave him a few chances. It was a moment of just individual brilliance. That was it.
Now, moving on to the most controversial one of all at the moment. What do you remember about that one, Jake?
Now, you see, when we beat City 5-1 at the start of Feb, this is exactly what should have happened in September.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, probably not 5-1. It's probably more edging to a 3-1 or a 4-1 or 3-2.
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that?
Because I feel like watching the game, we had moments in the game where we were like very poor. Like City started off well, kept good control of the ball, and then I remember after about the 22nd minute mark to the 45th plus 5 added minutes, so before half time, we had good spells of possession. We had good we had a couple of good chances which obviously we took, and obviously I know it's difficult saying it now, but before Gabriel scored his original header in the 45th minute, he had a chance 7 minutes before that to make it 2-1, and obviously he had that chance there. So if he'd scored both of them chances, we would have won, I'd say 3-2, 3-1.
Mate, you've got a really good memory, mate, because I'm trying to remember the game itself. But but again, that game, I remember. What if I remember? Who was the referee at the time?
Michael Oliver.
It was Michael Oliver, wasn't it? And he gave, and at the last, he gave another the second half. What it finished at
2
what?
minutes.
You
Extra
get
2
another
minutes.
another 2 or 3 minutes because it finished at 50. Was it 98 minutes?
No, because there was originally 9 minutes added on.
Right. But he
That's why
gave.
No, it wasn't time. I think it wasn't time. I think it was no, a bit after.
No, it was 98th minute that game. 98. That's when the game finished, and it should have been apparently supposed to be. Was it 96 or 97th minute? So he gave another minute or two, and they scored at the last second for that game. And let's go to the. Do you remember about the Leicester game?
Stressful.
At the Emirates.
No, I don't think it was a dreadful performance. Actually, I think it was.
No, stressful. I said.
Oh, stressful. I thought you said dreadful.
Unnecessarily stressful. Not dreadful.
We didn't play well.
I think we did.
I don't think we did.
I really don't think we did. Their keeper just turned it to prime David De Gea from 2017. With that game, Leicester got back in it with a moment of brilliance, and their first goal
right back on it
was blatant. Well, took a blatant deflection off Havertz. So,
because I honestly thought that I personally felt that we didn't really do well at that game as well, and giving Leicester those 2 goals was shaping up things to come. To be honest,
so at that game, I thought the atmosphere was a bit better, and I think obviously the winning at the end or getting those 2 late goals, I think it G'd everyone up a bit. But then, just going on to Southampton, I just felt like it was a bit flat again, and yeah, generally I think the atmosphere hasn't been great, but that's another point to tell it. But yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, if I remember about that game, once again, it wasn't a great performance because I think Southampton. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Every time a team comes to Highbury. Well,
Emirates.
I ain't said that for a long time. Highbury. Wow, missed that ground. Anyway, coming to Emirates, it's like if they all step up. Every team that plays against Arsenal, no matter what, they step up their game. Why is that?
I like that, but that's no excuse for us. Do you know what I mean? But it is everyone's cup final to a degree.
It is.
Yeah, true.
But it's like, again, West Ham is just West Ham's a killer. But yeah, sorry, go on.
Anyway, all right, going on to the Bournemouth. Who remembers about the Bournemouth one when they'd done us for 2-0? Can anyone remember that highlight?
To be fair, we didn't play well, and I think Bournemouth. I think that Evan Nilsson was playing really well for them, from memory. He was like linking up play well.
I think he got 30% off as well. I think.
Yeah, and
that's the one
obviously the big decision, right? But we weren't playing well. So we weren't dominating or anything like that.
No, we didn't dominate. We had the chance to get back in it before their penalty, but.
Okay, Liverpool.
You know what? 2-1. I think 2-1 would have been a fair result because Liverpool never came at us.
No,
they didn't. No, they didn't.
And I'm going to say this: if Gabriel never went off, I actually stick to this. If Gabriel never went off, if Timber never went off, and who came on in their place? Kivio
and Lewis Skelly.
Yeah, they both came on. Obviously, I know he's tightened up defensively since, but
he left that massive gap, didn't he?
Yeah, so did Kivio, and that's how they got their second goal.
So I'm going to ask you then. Arteta's tactics, has it evolved enough, or has other teams figured out how to play Arsenal?
Every team comes to the Emirates and as a low block. Man City, the reason we beat Man City is because they came out and attacked us.
No, Liverpool never had a low block in that game because that game was more in the first half. It was not like we attack, you attack. It was like you have the ball, we have the ball. You have the ball, we have the ball.
With who?
With us and Liverpool, and then in the second half,
I think we played a lot better than Liverpool on the day.
Yeah, I think we played a lot, but this is what I'm also saying is both had goal. There was 4 goals. All 4 goals were exactly the same.
Yeah, true.
Saka's goal was a ball over the top from White.
Yeah.
Van Dijk's goal was a one
header,
from a corner.
Yeah.
Marino's one was a one from a free kick. So both set pieces.
Mm.
And then Salah's goal was a ball from over the top. So it was
Mm.
more. It was more like It was more like a game of basketball rather than chess.
Mm.
Mm. What is it with us with Newcastle, guys? I honestly don't. I can't figure it out. What?
I think at the end of every Newcastle game, I feel like I just go, their players wanted it more. Obviously, we've had that the other games where we've had the bad decisions, but I just feel like the players just feel like they're fucking roughing us up a little bit and just want it.
And this is my point. This was going to be my point. Why is it that every time we play Newcastle, we let them bully us?
Players are
I
too
thought
weak.
Arsenal got over. I thought we got over that 2 seasons ago when we used to play smaller teams and they used to literally bully us, push us around. You know what I mean? Physically, I thought we've moved past that, but it doesn't seem this season. It seems like that's come back again. Newcastle, Brentford. These I don't understand why. What is it about our team when it plays certain teams like them? We let them bully us, kick us around, push us around.
I think it's because Eddie Howe's been in the league for 10 years. Obviously, with Bournemouth, obviously under Wenger, it was obviously a lot different because Wenger never used to Wenger just
Sorry. I was just going to say they match us physically well. That's why Newcastle do work, because obviously we're strong at the back. We're quite cool across the pitch. I think we meet our match in Newcastle with that. But yeah, sorry, Charlie, I cut you off then. Sorry, mate.
No, sorry, I was trying to figure out what it's saying. I can't figure them now, so.
Sorry, mate. Fucked you up, mate. Sorry.
No, I couldn't figure out the words. It was your fault. Brain was.
Right, let's move on to Chelsea.
Yeah, again.
Frustrating. Could have fucking nicked it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking.
Oh my God! You remember what happened there? What happened at the end?
Trossard.
He touched it, and was it Martinelli? Could have gone.
No, he nicked it off Havertz.
Oh, he nicked off Havertz.
You know what? That one, I think it's more a miscommunication issue.
Oh, I've got a little insight for you guys, actually. Sorry to cut you off again, Charlie. My missus' dad went to he's a fucking yid as well. He does like his job. He does like drug testing for like players and like in like sports teams, and like he'll go to like building sites and like a whole raft of different areas. He went to Arsenal on Friday, and
don't tell me someone's got done.
No, it's just something about Trossard. No. Everyone's good as well. He said Saka and Wary, Lewis Skelly were like proper, like sound, like down to earth. He said the only player that was a bit of a knob was Trossard.
Yeah, no, he comes across like that.
But seriously,
but yeah. Who else did he do? He did Rice. He did Rice, Saliba. Who else was it? Rice, Saliba. But yeah, it was just good to get a little insight into. But he said he was waiting outside their changing room, and they're all just sat on their phones. And he said,
at the end of the day,
he was talking to the physio guy. He goes, "Fucking hell, I bet like that wasn't like that 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. Ray Parlour and all that." He said it was fucking like weird. It was just they're all fucking just sat on their phones in the changing room.
I bet they did too. God.
But yeah, funny.
Okay, now
random.
Right, so we've got these fellas tomorrow, guys.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask you what your prediction's going to be for tomorrow. Who do you think is going to be up front? Let's just talk about that game. Forest.
I think Forest, even though they're not on the best run, I feel like West Ham was a big kick in the bollocks.
Do you think they're rubbing their hands at the moment?
And I feel like the players must know the league's done. Do you know what I mean? I think all our eggs are in the Champions League basket, which is going to be very, very tough without a striker and the players. But it's a cup tie at the end of the day. As long as we can do well away from home, it gives us a chance. But
do you think that Forest right now are saying this is the best time to play Arsenal right now? Do you think
it's
they're
going to be
their
their
hands?
comeback game because they've had a couple of bad results? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they lost 3-0 to us. So Do you feel like they're rubbing their hands and thinking, right, they ain't got a striker, their players ain't up to par. This is our best chance to literally whoop us.
No, because you know what? Going back to that game in November, and I remember vividly, it was Odegaard's first game back.
Saka
Obviously,
show.
we played Chelsea. This was like played Chelsea in the international break. We played, and I think Saka was also Saka got injured against Chelsea and then missed the international break. Came back. I also remember that game. I think everyone was like, "Oh no, Forest will beat us." I think comfortably, I could say that performance, with and without the ball, was probably the best performance of the season. And I think this is where I'm not going to bash Havertz, but this is where the difference is between Jesus and Havertz is. And I see it because I went Palace as well when we won 3-2 in the cup.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the difference between Jesus and Havertz. Jesus likes to drift out wide, like to the left and to the right, to link up the play. And I think he done that superbly well. So I remember for Saka's goal, obviously he had 4 or 5 men around him. Obviously for his goal, he could have took the shot.
Sorry, Charlie, just to cut you off. Sorry to fucking do this to you again. Sorry, I'm so sorry, mate. What you just said there is exactly what I was thinking about Mourinho against West Ham. And what you're saying about having that focal point and that being the difference between Havertz and Jesus. Jesus likes to come wide and get involved with the link-up play and all that. I think if Mourinho actually stayed as a number 9 against West Ham, we could have got our players up the pitch a little bit more.
Yeah.
Rather than coming and dropping in midfield and maybe letting the wingers try and bring us up. But yeah, sorry, Charlie, I've done that again. So I'm going to shut the fuck up now.
That's all right, no worries. But no, that's what I remember from that game.
Thing.
And that's what Jesus, that's why his injury is a bit unfortunate because of what he brings. He's more than a striker. He's an out-and-out, old-fashioned number 9.
And
that's what I remember from that game.
I mean, I agree. I mean, again, then we played West Ham. We beat them 5-2. I mean,
that was our best attacking performance of the season. But I didn't feel like we necessarily played well. I feel like the Forest game led us into that game because of the performance as well. Yeah. We performed well in that game as well. But yeah, that's when I thought, okay, we might be back. We might be getting onto something here.
It's when you look at it, when you look at the season. I mean, I'm going to move this on a bit, but when you look at the season, it's been like it's like a yo-yo season at the moment, up until now. You know, you got your highs, and then you got your lows, and then you got your highs again, and it's sad how things have gone. And the reason why I'm saying it's sad is because you can see when you look, we played Man United, beat them 2-0. Then we played Fulham. 1-1.
Didn't perform well against United. It was that set pieces. I didn't necessarily think we played well.
No, I think the first half we didn't play well. Second half we came out a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Fulham, we just didn't play well. Everton, absolute fucking stinker.
You know what? I want to go back to United game quickly. I know you mentioned the set piece there. And I know set pieces, we scored 2 set pieces. But I also remember, I think Havertz had a chance, 83rd minute, I like to say.
Yeah.
Put it away, 3-0. I think
was that Amarim's first or second game or something like that?
That was his third game.
Third game.
It was it.
Carry on, guys. I'm just going to go. Carry on, guys. I'm just going to get get a drink. Carry on.
Yeah, go on. That first half, Charlie, I just felt, I could actually see what Amarim's trying to do here in a way. I know it was very, very early doors, but it felt like we maybe let them play like that, or maybe we weren't used to playing a team like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then I also remember watching it. I'm thinking, but United never put us under pressure.
No. Yeah. To be fair, I always felt like we were in control, but I felt like Man United. Yeah, probably Man United had a lot of the ball, which I didn't expect. Maybe.
Yeah, but I think and then you've obviously but I think that one was.
I think they did have a couple of chances from memory.
Yeah, I think
am I getting confused with the FA Cup one? I can't.
No, they did. They had a good chance when it was 1-0. I think it was Delict. It was a brilliant save from Raya.
That was it. Onto the bar, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, I think that was the only good chance they had.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Because I think in the FA Cup they didn't. They only had two good chances.
Bruno,
Obviously,
Bruno
their
took that
goal.
shot well, didn't he? Fucking cunt.
Bruno and I think Diallo in extra time. I think.
Yeah, that was fuming.
So are we still on Man United, or have we moved on from there?
Oh, we finished the Bay United now.
All right, cool. Let's go. Where do we? All right, let's go. We talked about Everton game, the 0-0 game. That was a hard game.
That was a West Ham game.
What?
No, to be fair,
Everton?
to be fair, that's not right. That's not right. It wasn't as bad. Everton wasn't as bad as West Ham was.
Oh, it was.
But I just felt like we played
thought that
a
was a good
little
game.
bit better, and we had a bit more. I think we had a load more chances, but I didn't think we. Yeah, that wasn't great.
No. Okay. The Palace game.
Yeah, that
Speaks for itself, really, doesn't it?
Good performance.
Yeah. Again, like that West Ham performance, you think, fucking hell, yeah, why aren't we playing like this every week?
Some people say that we were lucky to get a 1-0 win over of Ipswich.
No. I don't think they had a shot on target.
They played really well, mate.
They played well.
They played really well.
Defensively, they played well.
And they deserve something out of it as well.
I didn't go to that. That's the first one I didn't go to. I can't remember. That was on the 27th, wasn't it? Is that the 27th?
Yeah, it was day off Boxing Day.
Yeah.
It was meant to be a Boxing Day game and it got moved.
Yeah.
All right, let's move it on to Brentford. What do you remember about that one?
We went 1-0 down, and then Raya had a little mishap where he nearly scored an own goal, clawed it back off the line. 30 seconds, we went up the pitch. Jesus injured. Sorry, Jesus equalised, and then second half it was more comfortable. We had more of. It was more 50-50 with the ball, but we had a few good chances and we took them.
Yeah.
But again, that game, if we went 2-0 down, I don't think we would have won. I've also got a stat of that was the first game where away from home we won the game from being 1-0 down. The first game that we've won since Villa 4-2 in 2023.
Yeah.
Right, Brighton.
Dodgy. Well, that pen. We just seem to be the example for every fucking rule book in the.
Yeah. You know what?
Excuse me. Has anyone seen anything like that since?
From memory, I think after the Nweri goal, it was Nweri, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
After the Nweri goal, I think we sat back a little bit.
No, I said the same thing to one of my mates. We never really attacked.
We just sat back, and that's what I think. It's like we've got the lead. Let's protect it rather than let's just go build again.
Yeah, and that's been happening for a while. So when we take a lead, we always try to protect it.
We need that killer up front that can do that for us. We need that.
Remember last season, we didn't protect anything. We was going for everything, weren't we? Scoring 4 goals
all our players were fit. Everyone was firing.
Yeah, true.
That's the difference.
But the only game last season.
I like how all now the fucking pundits are all coming out and saying, "Oh, if Arsenal had a fully fit squad, when they're saying, oh no, you can't say about injuries, for the last however many weeks, and now it's done. Now they're going, if Arsenal had a fully fit squad, then maybe
they're loving it. Listen, look, they're loving what's going on with Arsenal right now. A lot of these, especially that Talk Sport. Oh, honest to God, guys. I mean, I do listen to it, but some of those presenters on there, and you know who I'm talking about. Oh,
yeah.
I don't listen to it. I just don't. It's just
wind you up.
It does wind you up. They're good at it. They know how to wind people up. Yeah, they know how to wind, especially when it comes to Arsenal supporters. They know the right buttons to push, and that's
because they know we take the bait.
this week pissed me off, Pat.
Go on.
Because we had before Spurs, we had United in the FA Cup, fucking lost, and then we had Spurs. Obviously, we beat Spurs, but it wasn't I didn't think it was a great performance. I think the crowd basically won us the game.
Yeah,
that was the best atmosphere, I think.
You know what? I've got a different opinion on that.
Go on, talk.
I think it was, and I'm not taking a piss. I think it was by far for me the easiest game of the season.
What the Tottenham game?
Yeah, because they went 1-0 up.
Lucky Sun goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, we got a moment to lock ourselves. Gabriel,
Own
corner,
goal.
header deflection, and then it was a brilliant finish by Trossard on his left foot. And then I remember watching the second half thinking, again, if we had a striker up front, could have been 4, 5, 6. And then I think it was the only chance that they had that actually worried me, apart from the Son one, where he scored it in the first half, was the Porro one. Because they never really came at us.
I don't know if it was an easy game for me, but I was just glad that we won it. That's all I cared about, to be honest.
Yeah,
we won
double over Spurs as well.
Exactly.
Second time in 3 years.
That week was so important for us.
Yeah, true.
And then led on to Villa, which was just fucking
leading on to Villa. Yeah,
straight in again. It's like so unnecessary.
But I wouldn't say it was more. We never drew that game because we sat back. We drew that game because of Arteta's negligence.
Yeah, negligence. Yeah.
Because
why? What do you mean? What did he do wrong that you weren't happy with?
We went 2-1 up, innit?
It was Partey at right back for me. That's what I don't like. Because for both their goals, and you can watch it back now, and see that Partey for the first one, and anyone that's played football at any level, whether it's Sunday League level, youth level, like semi-professional level, knows that you've got to go up to your man. And this is what annoyed me with Calafiori on Saturday, because exact same thing. Digne got that ball. It was literally so far. Partey should have been literally at him.
Yeah.
Closing him down.
Yeah.
Putting his body in the way of the shot of the cross, or trying to block out the cross. He didn't. Okay, that's fair enough. I'll let him off. And then the second one, he just. And this is what really annoys me It's what really annoys me. It annoys me with all defenders, not just Arsenal ones. It annoys me because he lost his man, and when you lose your man like Watkins in the box, you're going to get punished.
Yeah.
From memory, was there an option for right back to come on? I'm gonna have to look that up because I was doing my head. Because I was like, oh, why is he put? I remember thinking now you're saying it. Why did he put Partey at right back when we had? I'm trying to think.
Timber played centre back. Oh, Saliba was injured. Yeah,
all our eggs should be. We should just be.
So, are you saying there's nothing to play for now in the league? It's done. It's done and dusted.
I feel like we've got a bit. Well, unless we want to secure second place tomorrow.
I still think the league can be played for, because I still think Liverpool will lose 3-4 games.
You think Liverpool? Okay, fine. And who are those teams that you think Liverpool's going to lose to?
Get the Liverpool fixtures up, Pat.
They got to go to Man United. Okay. They got to go to Old Trafford.
Behave yourself.
I actually think they'll beat. I actually think, because in the last couple of seasons, United have showed up against Liverpool.
Not happening.
No, they've already played Tottenham away. So they've already played Tottenham away, so that's out the window.
Let me find the fixtures for you.
Who else they got? Oh, they got us. That's at the end of.
Do you know what? I've got a sick feeling they're going to win the league on that day.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's saying it is. I don't think they will. I think they'll. Got Chelsea away as well. I think that'll be a tough game. I'm trying to think of a fixture.
I'm just trying to find it, guys.
Yeah, they're too strong, man.
No, they've got United and they've got Chelsea away.
Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. Hang on. Let me see if I can share this with you, boys.
But even if they lost, Charlie, even if they've lost 4 games, it's still not enough. Do you know what I mean? I know it's 11 points, but it's still not
right.
enough.
So what we got here? What we got here. That's August. What am I doing this right? Oh my God.
Down. There we go. Keep going down.
Stop around there.
Go to Newcastle.
This one here.
Put Newcastle at the top. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So what? So they've got Newcastle coming up. All right. Do you think they're gonna drop points to Newcastle?
A different game if it was away, I think.
Yeah.
But I think draw or win.
Okay, so what? All right, what you going for, Charlie? What you say? Draw or win?
I'm saying draw.
You say draw. All right,
But
so
I think
all right, so because I'm curious to find out where you feel that the Liverpool's going to drop points. All right, Southampton. They've got Southampton.
It doesn't matter if they do now, Pat.
they'll drop.
It doesn't, does it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they were to drop points. They'll probably start dropping points. We are going to drop points now.
I can see them. I'll tell you what. To be honest with you, I can see them dropping points at Fulham.
Yeah, it's another good one.
No,
they're currently winning at the minute.
Yeah, I can see them.
You got to remember these guys have only lost one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Get it, but I can still see them dropping points there. I can't see them dropping points against West Ham. Can't see them dropping points against City. I mean, Leicester. I can't see them dropping points against Tottenham at home. I can't see that. Mate, they've got the title. I can't see. Oh, I can see. I might can see them dropping a point.
May's not a thing for them. May it's not a thing for them in May.
It's not. So
because the teams is because we'll drop points. Everyone else will drop points.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean they got Newcastle at home, Southampton at home. I can see them. I can see them dropping points there. That I can see that. I can see it against Villa. All right, so that's one. Let's just say that's one. All right,
Villa, they've already played Villa.
Oh, is that gone?
They've played Villa already twice. Drew 2-2 in last Wednesday.
All right.
Yeah, it must be a rearranged thing.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah.
City played on the same day.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. So what's this one then?
They can't play Everton again. Hang on.
Yeah, they can because the Everton game was rearranged as
well.
Oh,
it was rearranged. Yeah, true. Yeah.
So what? So what you're saying? Have they still got Everton to play then?
Hang on, let me have a look.
No, this can't be right.
It is right.
So what? They're going to play Everton 3 times then?
No, because it got rescheduled because of telly, innit?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because of the storm.
Yeah, they have got Everton. Yeah.
All right. But they were home. I can't see Everton even drawing at Liverpool's ground. To be honest, I can see them doing. I can see them.
Liverpool would have just had the cup final as well.
True.
Before Everton. Not that bad.
I don't know. The only one, to be honest with you, the only one I can see that they can slip up with is Fulham, and they ain't going to make no difference anyway.
I still think
they ain't slipping up at Fulham. They're not slipping up at Fulham. Palace just went to Fulham and beat them 2-0.
Oh, well, Fulham are beating Wolves at the minute 2-1. Palace are losing 3-1 to Villa as well. So
I've not even looked at it. No. Never even looked at it. But then, well, look. All right. So now we've looked at theirs. I'll be honest with you. I need to have a look at ours. I mean, see what our fixtures are like, mate. Because I mean, you can't do anything about Liverpool's fixtures. Do you know what I mean? You've got to concentrate on yourself and who we yeah. So where are we? So here we are. So our one is going to be now. So right, we've got Forest. I want to know everything about this one, guys. What do you guys think? All right, what do you reckon tomorrow's Charlie? What do you reckon the score will be tomorrow?
2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. What are you going for, Jake?
I can't see us winning the game. I'm confident I feel confident in our defence that we won't lose games, but I thought that about West Ham, but
so I
don't think we'll win. I feel like the wins have been taken out of ourselves, and I feel like this is where. Listen, we've had 3 losses all season. Do you know what I mean? We haven't played well at all. Our squad's not been fit. It's just it's like a Leicester season where Leicester won it. We should have won it. Do you know what I mean? Just feels like we should have been.
So what are you going for? What 0-0, 1-0?
Either 2-1 Forest or score draw.
Okay.
It would only be a score draw if we score first.
I'm going for a 1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, nice smash and grab.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going for. All
that's
right.
a good one.
Now we're going to go obviously on
I feel like we're better suited
Champions
to
League.
Europe.
2-2.
Really?
I feel like we are better suited to Europe
In what way?
in the way we play, and I feel
Mm.
like because the European teams will come out and attack us, and they won't sit back.
No, there was a few teams that sat back.
Yeah, but now we're in the better stages of the competition.
True.
And I think obviously we did well against PSV, but still, it's,
We
Same.
need
They've still got the
someone
players.
up front, mate. We need
Same
someone
got the
up front.
2-2.
players to do damage.
We need someone up front, and that's the fact. So
I'm
what do you
saying
reckon?
2-2 for that.
2-2. What are you saying, Jake?
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. It's difficult, man. It's
Remember, there's no white notes as well,
everything
so-
rides on this game, and then we go into Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, so it's just going to be another.
Let's just take one game at a time. What are you going for?
Yeah.
Sorry, 1-1.
1-1.
Good one.
I'm going for a 0-0 draw.
Oh.
Entertaining.
I'm going for a 0-0 draw. I know. I think we're going to defend. We're going to defend to the hilts and bring them back to our ground and try and nick a winner there. That's how what.
Okay, good. Does anyone know sort of when players are coming back now? Like, is Martinelli coming back now?
No, they're not
Saka
really.
and Martinelli.
They're not coming back yet. They're not bringing them back yet because I'll tell you now, they're not going to rush those players back.
Saka and Martinelli will
We
be
might
back
as well
in
just wrap up the season then.
They ain't going to
Saka
rush
and
them
Martinelli
back.
should be
Especially
back
what?
in around March.
They're not bringing. I doubt if Saka don't come back until April. I'll be very surprised if he's back this in March.
Havertz is obviously out for the season.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from this, I'm going for a 0-0 draw there. The Man United game on the 9th.
1-0 Arsenal.
1-0.
If we had a striker, it's not even a conversation. But I just feel like
Just keep the faith. Keep the faith.
The wind's been kicked well and truly out.
I know, but we've got to keep. Listen,
it's
what it is now.
I'm on a Champions League run, mate. I'm on a Champions League
Well,
run.
I understand that, but look, it's what we've got now. It is what it is. It's what we've got.
But
We've got to deal with it, and we've got to stand behind them.
In the situation, we should win 2-0. But based on circumstance,
we've got to stick with them. We've just got to stick with them until the end of the season now and see where we are.
Yeah.
There's nothing more we can do now. There's
I ain't
nothing
waving the white flag yet. I'm just
don't, mate. I mean, because at the end of the day, we know the owners has done that.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of fans. Are upset. Of course we are. But look, we are where we are. It's what we've got. We're still our team. We're still going to support them. It's still our, you know what I mean. So,
but Pat, we're not playing well.
Of course we're not. I totally agree with you, mate. We're playing absolutely.
If I'm honest, that could be 1-1.
Yeah. I mean, listen, mate. I agree with you. We're not playing well. But what I'm saying, look, I mean, I'm not stupid. I know we've been sold down the road. We've been sold down the road. I don't care what anyone says. We have been sold down the road by the owners, and that's a fact. But it is what it is now. We can't bring anyone else in. With the players is what we got. What we got is what we got. We've got to get behind them until the end of the season now, and see where we are, and then let's make a big thing about it. But honestly, I feel right now, I'm being totally honest with you right now. Arsenal supporters should get out there and vote in there with their hands in their pockets and then with their feet. We should go out there and protest against these owners to get them out.
They don't give.
I'm not an Arteta out.
All this, I hate it when people protest and do all this. Like it's like when Tottenham came to us and did all that, the fucking yellow balls for Levy. It's just like.
So what would you say? So how? Listen, these owners have got to understand. We've had enough of it. All they care about is the top four. As long as Arteta gets in the top four and we've got Champions League money, we've got Champions League status, that is all they care about.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something right now, and if the fans stay quiet, they're going to be...
It's mugs like us that go every week. Do you know what I mean? We're still.
But what do we do then?
We're still spending we're still spending the fucking money every week.
So
you know what I mean?
That's why I'm saying you vote with your pocket, you vote with your feet, and we have to say something. We don't want to hear from Arteta anymore because it's not just Arteta now. We want to hear from the Kroenkes. We want to hear from them what they want. What are they doing with our club? And I'll tell you, and I'll be honest with
similar
you.
to United with the Glazers. The Glazers don't give a fuck. They're just in America
No,
living
well,
life.
listen, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care
But
about
it's the
Man
same.
United.
It's the same example. It's
but
the Kroenkes are there. Josh Kroenke turns up to every game and before every now and then does an interview and go, yeah, we're gonna fucking do something.
Listen, the end of the day, Arsenal fans have got to stand up and say to these owners, come out now and tell us what you're doing
How
about
can we say that when they have spent the money over the last? They have spent the money.
Well, mate, listen, they might have spent
If a manager's coming to you and saying, "I want this player," has a manager gone and said he wants a striker?
Well, how do we know he hasn't done that? And they're saying no, he's too expensive. We don't want him.
But then why can't we pay that 10 mil for this conversation? If we had Watkins, I didn't want Watkins. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Watkins is an option.
I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone
all
says.
these results here, if Watkins is in my team, we're having a different conversation.
Arsenal was not going for Watkins. That was a fast. That was just like the Suarez £1 deal. Arsenal was not interested in Suarez.
If we can't spend the extra 10 mil, and that sorts a problem, a temporary problem out for the rest of the season. Do you know what I mean? If we can't do that, because as I'm saying to you, we're going for all these games. These games would be different if we had Watkins in the team. I'm not.
Yes,
God knows how he would play and how he would fit in.
But does anyone really believe that Arsenal was going to go for Watkins? Or this was a publicity stuff? If we were going to go for Watkins, we would have gone for him on top of the hour, not lastminute.com, mate. We weren't interested in him. All they done, the reason why that was a publicity stunt to tell Arsenal supporters, yeah, we're trying to do something. You were doing absolute jack shit. And the thing about it, we should have done something in a summer signing, summer window. We did nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. And I'll tell you now, the way I see it, I'm going to stop my ranting. But if Arsenal do not this summer get not just one marquee signing, forget that, bro. They need to go out and get 3 or 4 marquee signings because there's going to be about 5.
Coming.
Right. Well, so we're led to believe. I don't believe that until I see him putting on a shirt. Once he's got that shirt on, then I'll say, yeah, he's an Arsenal player. And that's just a fact. Everything's hearsay. This Zubamendi, Isaac, you name it, whoever Arsenal's been linked with, until I see them put that red and white shirt on, listen,
100%.
You know, and that's a fact. They need to bring in 3 or 4 marquee signings because we got rid of 3 or 4 guys. They weren't marquee signings, but they were profit last season, and we've done absolutely nothing. So they need to go out and get us a proper striker, and I mean a big name striker, proven striker. They need to go out and get another 2 forwards, like Williams, Nico Williams. You need strength in depth. Okay, that's a fact. We can't do that anymore. We cannot mess up. Afford to mess up what we've done last summer and in this winter transfer. It's absolute diabolical, and that's a fact. And I'm not putting the blame on Arteta like a lot of people are doing. I won't do it because that man has taken us from where we were 5 years ago to where we are now to start challenging. But he needs to get over the line now. He does need to show trophies, and that's a fact.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I would never have gone for Rashford or Asenjo, but it shows that deals can be done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know something? You say you wouldn't have gone for Rashford. I'll tell you what, honestly, who would you have rather gone for, Rashford or Sterling?
Rashford.
Sterling.
Sterling was finished near the end of his City career. He was finished.
Look what you just... Look what
and City were dominating, and he was the guy at the back post that tapped it in.
Look what Rashford's done in his first game.
Fair to him.
Look what Rashford's done in his first game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The deals, there are deals there to be done.
So
it's
why
like, is he got Arteta being very, very, very stubborn, or the owners? I do think there was something in the Watkins deal. The player supports our club. a deal could have been fucking done.
I think so. Of course, a deal could have been done.
The loan players were already there. Do you know what I mean? Spend the fucking 10 mil, give yourself a chance in the Champions League and the league. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know?
The way we would play with Watkins in the squad, even at Villa when he scored, I was just like, fucking hell, that's what he does. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of goal, that sort of goal that he scored, we are missing.
Do you know? It's this here. All right. I was looking at this article. Right. Every player of every Premier League clubs in January transfer window spent rankings. All right. Yeah. Obviously, we know that City basically spent the most money because they needed players. All right. But they were just going through certain ones. Right. Look at this. All right. It's got Arsenal, Everton, Fulham, Liverpool, Newcastle, and West Ham spent zilch. All right. Okay. Fine. Right. We know that. So I thought Liverpool bought a player, bought someone in.
They bought anyone all season?
No, they bought Chiesa. That's the only one, and that was a
That's
loan.
a loan, though. Was that a loan or 14 mil or something?
No, that's a loan.
Right.
They bought a goalkeeper, but he's coming next season.
I thought they literally bought someone, but anyway, my bad. All right. Then we got here, and then we're starting from 14th down. You had Brentford that's spent 420,000 on a player. All right. Then we moved down again. All right, you got Nottingham Forest spent 2 million on a player. We moved down again.
Spent in the last 3 seasons.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. I get that. Yeah, no, I get that. But they're building.
Go on,
yeah, but they're building. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about this anyway. I'm talking about this window. It's that deals could have been done. Even loans could have been done because granted, the majority of transfer in this winter window was mostly loans. Okay, but I mean, again, they're still spending some, even though it's little, 2.5. I mean, it's a drop in the ocean to Arsenal, but there's deals could be done. Southampton done a deal.
Yeah, but Pat, if Arsenal fans become fucking mental, we bought a fucking £12 million player in.
No, I get that. No, I get that. Okay, fine. But we could have done loans. All right, there was loans to be done. I think Chelsea done a little loan or something. Brentford. All right. I mean, these are players. I mean, they went out and they got something. This is what I'm saying. Even if they were loans, why didn't Arsenal go for him?
They did.
We did.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Because Arteta don't want to bring a body in.
Arsenal went for him, but we didn't want to bring a body in. What do you mean?
No.
He's not the target, so don't just bring someone in, and that's not going to improve the squad.
Yeah, no, yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, that would have improved their forward, though. What we've got. Do you not think?
He would have been. I don't think he's better than Martinelli. I don't think he's better than Trossard.
All right, fine. Granted, he's right. All right, we understand that, but he's not a bad little striker, though. Forward.
And he scored one goal in his last.
Would you say yes or no? Right now,
yeah, but this is a desperate Dan fucking thing again. This is Sterling last minute. Do you know what I mean? Do
you think it was?
100%. You telling me now? If Sterling wasn't here all season, that's the difference he's made. There's nothing. He's done nothing.
I'll tell you what. I would love to hear from. I forgot to even say as well. People who's watching this, please put your comments in. Let us know what you think.
And it's all. We'll sell the story that Arteta used to work with him at Man City, not the fact that Sterling hasn't done fuck all for the last 2.5 seasons or whatever how long he was at Chelsea, the last couple of seasons at Man City where he started playing a bit part. And anyway, sorry, go on.
No, anyway, I mean, I never knew Man United bought someone.
Yeah, they played on Saturday. Played well, to be fair.
Did they really? Yeah. What they bought 2 players.
That's an Arsenal player on the left. That Austin Heaven.
Oh my God, that is him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, was he? What did he play on Saturday then?
No, the one on the
bench.
The one on the right side, I think.
Dorgu, isn't it?
Now, I'll be honest with you. Personally, I would have given him a chance.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was offered to us.
Yeah, it was as well.
Was he?
I
I would have given him a chance because I'll be honest with you. All he wanted to get out, man. He just wanted to get away from that vibe.
But again, Pat, what do you do? Do you put him on the left and then put Trossard down the middle? It's like
I would have put him. Honestly, I would have put him on the left, put Trossard in the middle.
Yeah, but Trossard can't do it, mate.
All right, then we'll stick Trossard on the bench then, and then put yeah, I know Trossard's like a big part player, isn't he? He's like a super sub.
Trossard's perfect example was when what game was that where he went to the left and then he put Leicester.
No,
I didn't see him. Didn't see him at all.
Wolves, you got Wolves. You got Wolves. You got Brighton. Brighton paid 40. What 40? Yeah, I mean, listen, there was
look at these players. There's nothing.
No, but I get you. No, I get you. I get you on that. But even, do you know something? What's his name from Wolves? Is it Neto? Is it
Cunha?
Cunha.
I know he signed a deal, but I don't think the reason why I reckon he signed that deal because he must have got wind. Arsenal weren't really interested in getting him.
I reckon his agent playing the game, isn't it?
Yeah, all right.
Now he's got a slap-up deal at Wolves. We probably never really wanted him.
Look, guys, before we go, I'm just gonna ask you because I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm gonna say, so honestly, how do you guys? Before I ask you guys, I'm gonna ask everyone, please subscribe. Please hit the like button and hit that bell. And what I'm going to ask everyone else, I would like to know everyone's opinion out there. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about the game for tomorrow? Not with Forest game tomorrow. Are you confident? Do you think we've got enough now to get us over the line? If not, make your comments, guys. I'm going to ask you now, Charlie, your final thoughts and points about tomorrow's game, mate, and wrap it up for the rest of the season. How are you feeling?
All right. I think it'll be a tough game tomorrow. I do think that because I do like Forest. They're a good side for anyone. As we saw Sunday, the good and the bad and the ugly. If you want, very defensively they were a bit shaky. They had a 15-minute spell. Attacking wise, they were good, but we do have the tools to get the goals and to get the points as well. So. But it'd be interesting. If we go down, I don't see us winning it personally because I don't think we have enough firepower. So we need to goal up and then get the next goal and then just control it like that. But we'll see tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the lineup and all that.
All right, mate. Jake?
I'll try and be positive, boys. I'll try and be positive. I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if we lost tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me if we went there and won 2-0. And then I feel like it's a bit like deja vu with the season where it's like, oh, where was that performance last week then? Do you know what I mean? That I could feel that sort of happening as well.
Mm.
And it would be a surprise if we went to Forest for me and we won 2 or 3-0 or something like that. But then I'd be like, well, where was that last week? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, true.
But I want to be positive for the boys, and I think it's going to be a big reaction if the boys did go and win. But yeah, I think all my eggs are in the Champions League basket, obviously. But we still need to perform. This boys still needs. But again, we're knackered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These players are not coming. There's only a couple of players coming off the bench. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're playing I know we're still out of the cups, but it still feels like relentless at the minute.
Yeah. Right. Well, guys, my final thought is, I know how you feel. It's hard. I do feel that we've been let down big time by the owners. I really do. But it's what we've got now. We're going to have to just stick with what we've got, stand behind our players.
Pat, can I just tell you something?
Go on.
That felt like, it just felt to me then. Did you ever watch Jerry Springer?
Oh, go on. No,
it was like Jerry Springer's final thought. And it was like, me and Charlie have got the problems with our football club. And it was like, yeah, even though you've had a bad day, always remember to smile.
It's a fact, guys.
Be happy.
We're gonna have to listen. We have to stay positive. I know it's going to be hard. It's hard to think positive. What's going to come out of it? What positivity is going to come out of this? But we're going to have to just see what happens until the end of the season. All right, we just stick by our players. And look, it's not their fault. All I'm asking for them to do, just go out there, do their best, do their absolute best, and play like every game's a cup final. You never know. Like they say, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but we've got to forget about the injuries. We've got to forget about the yellow cards, the red cards now, and just put our heads down and go as far as we can. And that's just my final opinion. Listen, guys, I appreciate your time and your effort and your opinions. I want to thank everyone else who's been listening and their opinions. And please, look, comment below. Let's hear your opinions. We might be wrong. Love to hear what you guys think. And look, all I can say is stay safe. Up the Arsenal. Cheers.